A pregnancy during the pandemic. Recently, a Mumbai woman in her late 20s has become the first to suffer a miscarriage due to COVID in India. The first documented studied case, that is. There are not many known COVID-related complications in pregnancy, and there's limited research, in fact, on how the novel coronavirus affects the unborn child. Now, XIV, a server for health, sciences and research, published a paper on a woman in her late 20s whose fetus had actually died in the uterus. This is the Mumbai woman, and the doctors in this particular case concluded that the placental infection due to COVID had actually led to inflammation and the death of the fetus. Well, to talk more about this, we're now joined by Dr. Kaberi Banerjee, gynecologist. Thank you so much, Dr. Banerjee, for joining us. About this particular case in Mumbai, what I was reading is it's called a vertical transmission of coronavirus during the pregnancy, that she was actually, the COVID infection had waned in her body, but it had actually traveled down to the placenta. So how common is this?
Thank you for having me on this show. So the vertical transmission in COVID has been reported to be lower than other viruses, especially the previous viruses like the SARS virus, where the vertical transmission rate, that is from the mother to the baby, is about 25%. But in COVID, as we all know, is a new virus, is an evolving virus. Studies about the total number of cases is still limited to the medical community, but we can give a rate of about less than 5%. However, we know that this virus is also evolving, and maybe we will see some more cases of vertical transmission, as we have seen in this Mumbai lady.
Now, this is obviously, when you're pregnant, it's a time of so much anxiety. You're worried about so many different things, and now the pandemic on top of it. What would your advice be to women right now who are pregnant, who are very worried about their safety?
So it's really a valid concern. I mean, you are concerned about your own life, so you will definitely be concerned about an unborn life, and you have responsible questions coming in your mind whether this is the right time to conceive the child or not. However, trying to put the whole thing into perspective, we have seen that though the virus is still quite all-pervasive, the incidence of the total number of cases to the total number of recovery is very, very high. And as many people in the world are saying, we cannot put life on hold, because we do not know when this is going to stop, when will the vaccine come out, and when will we ever be free of it. So the advice is that we can continue with natural conceptions, having known that the risk of preterm labor, delivery before time, is slightly higher in pregnancies with COVID. The risk of transmission from mother to child is low. So even in fertility, natural pregnancies, people are going ahead with conception, and they need to know that the risk is there, but is not so huge to hold on pregnancy till an indefinite time.
All right. And yes, of course, because we don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. But also already women, your immunity goes down during pregnancy, given that you're carrying another life. And in this particular case in Mumbai, and then other cases I was reading about, it's not very clear. In some cases, the placenta gets infected by coronavirus. It doesn't in other cases. And the reasons for this isn't clear, is it?
So yes, the literature so far has said that the risk of placental contamination with this virus is very, very less. But less does not mean zero, and there are women who are getting pregnant, especially in women who are in the older age group. Say, for example, more than 36, 37, where your egg reserve is already low, and waiting indefinitely is going to reduce your chances of conception further. So, for every decision in life, we need to see a risk-benefit analysis, and taking all the known precautions that your channel has been kind of telling again and again: mask, social distancing, hand hygiene, limiting travel, limiting crowding, limited public show. So if you can do all that, I think natural life should be allowed to continue.
All right. And finally, again, any advice that you would have for women who are pregnant right now? What can they do? They should, again, just follow these measures, limit any sort of outside unnecessary exposure. Of course, going to the doctor and ensuring they go for their appointments is very important.
Yes, there are 2 points here. I think one is please pay importance on online consultations, both in private sectors and in government sectors. There is a lot of access online. So even if it's hospitals like All India Institute, private hospitals, we have so much of access to internet these days. Go to those hospitals, look for online appointments, book your online appointments, and maybe you could do alternate hospital visits with online if necessary. And especially so with pregnant patients, limit going out as much as possible. The number 2 thing is, which was mentioned by the previous speaker as well, we are in the phase of unlocking. We have all realized that for our work, for economy, we need to move on. We cannot stay at home. So, but the precautions, I still see people in public places with their masks down, talking to each other, eating out.
Right.
I mean, these are absolute, we need to stop that. We need to be responsible, especially now when the lockdown is increasing.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Banerjee, for joining us on the show and talking about pregnancy during the pandemic.